You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the heroes of Iacon as they defend Cybertronian civilization from the remnants of Cybertron First to Lord Starscream's egotistical leadership, and beyond to the unknown threats on the other side of distant stars.
Welcome back to Empire of Rust, the first and greatest Transformers RPG podcast. How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
I feel good. I went for a walk yesterday, which I don't do very often. So,
Formal congratulations to Pat for graduating. Was it microbiology?
Yes.
Bachelor's of Science in Microbiology or Microchemistry?
Molecular neuroscience.
Yep. That.
Here.
Yep. Summa cum laude, molecular neuroscience degree.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Absolutely brilliant.
And you're going to be starting your master's in just a few months, right?
In the fall, yep.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Everything's all set with that?
Sounds like a Jane Austen novel, Masters of the Fall.
Isn't that a Brad Pitt movie?
Probably. Odds are high.
But yeah, congratulations there, Patrick.
Thank you.
I know you put in a lot of work, and it was a very there was a lot of delayed recordings and kind of like rough points too, like over the last couple of years where like, damn it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the most difficult thing I've done so far in my life. So that's a good thing, you know. I'm making progress, which is, you know.
Oh, it's nothing to be taken lightly. I've already forgot what the degree is called, but that's okay. I know you got it.
It's okay.
It's
on the recording. Just reel it back and listen
stuff.
again.
It's brain stuff, you know, so.
Yeah, just like I'm listening to those old episodes and I'm trying to remember what the enigma of combination was called. And most of the time when I was making up names, I had legitimately forgotten again. It was desperately.
The mystery of putting things together.
I knew it. I knew you didn't really know.
All right. Well, we have a big combat coming up. Well, we just finished a big combat. We got another big combat coming up because Starscream just made his escape. But I wanted to ask you guys something. I wanted to talk about what you do when you know you're going up against someone who is going to be really big and tough like this. How do you approach it? Like, knowing you're going up against a very, very powerful opponent. It's like, what are your thoughts? Do you have a plan? Is it just winging it?
Usually. Although since I just listened to, like a few days ago, the Spark Eater episodes, I remember our one driving force against other Spark Eaters: stay the fuck away from it. How can we kill it without getting within like 100 feet of the stupid thing? Because we don't have any levels left to shed here.
Yeah.
That was driving factor number one. I don't think it was ever stated, but it was obvious.
And yeah, sometimes that is a perfectly valid plan. It's like, all right, you know what? You know, it's going to be, if you get hit, you're going to get hit really hard. So, you know, try to keep your distance, spread out. If something has like a giant, like big area of effect attack, like a big bombing kind of effect or something, then, you know what? Don't clump up, like spread out as much as possible. That way, if one of you does get hit, you're not, you know, the whole party doesn't drop.
Right. Make the enemies work for their victory.
The enemies make me work. How dare you? Clump up. Come on, get together, guys. Come on.
I was going to give everybody an opportunity to talk about this first because I do tend to. I'm a planner, you know, for this sort of stuff. So
thank God we have you.
And once again, we'll just let you do it because you probably hit all the points that we might hit, and probably a whole lot of the ones we wouldn't.
True.
I mean, largely for me, like the reason I've always been most useful to the party is I just tend to know the rules of whatever game I'm in. And often I know everybody's character better than they know their character. So I would just kind of be like, oh, hey, remember, you can do this thing. And they'd be like, oh, right. Yeah, I totally forgot I could do that. And be like, okay, good. You know, and I'm the like, oh, I know the stats for flanking and for, you know, tripping and for like, you know, I try to do like the tactical stuff. But it also depends on what kind of setting or character that I'm in. Like when I play like a mid to high level spellcaster, you cheat. Like I go into fights assuming like, how can I win assuming they save against every single thing that I do? And if you're skilled, then you can still win doing that. Like, you know, it's just like, oh, because some saves have a secondary effect even if they fail or even if they save. Like, you know, and it's just like, if you can make it so that, or take away their ability to make a save in the first place, you know?
Mm-hmm. Or things like buffs and that are not direct, but they help. Right. Or environmental stuff.
Yeah. And, you know, I love things like divinations and knowledge skills and gathering information. Like, there's a huge difference between fighting something if you know that you're going to be fighting it versus if it just kind of catches you by surprise. And you'd be amazed how much, I mean, they don't use potions in this game, but like a potion can totally change the tide of a battle if you know what you're going up against. It's like, if you're a second level party and you come up against a troll, you're like, oh, fuck. But if you're like, oh, we've all got acid weapons and like that kind of stuff, you're like, okay, this is now not a problem.
Yeah, the amount of preparation that you do before a fight greatly increases with the amount of knowledge that you have about the fight. If you go up against something that takes you by surprise and it's a super tough fight and you barely make it out alive, that's a great fight. You're going to remember that for the rest of your life. But if you, by the same token, I mean, you could have an epic fight coming up that you're well aware of. You're well aware of most, if not all, the plans that are in play from both sides, and you make the most of it, and it turns out to be an epic fight, and it ends up going your way because of your planning, then you're going to remember that too. But the ones that take you by surprise are the ones that really get your adrenaline going, you know?
Yeah. I always feel like there's always an intense equipment gathering phase, I swear, that we spend like 3 hours on. It's like, montage. Well, can we get the arrows of slaying the ogre named Fred? You know, are they available? I mean, because that would really help.
We can only get the arrows of ogre slaying Frederick. I'm not sure if that'll count or if there's a technicality here, but let's go for it.
But that's when you find a name change form and you put that with the village.
Bureaucracies and whatevers.
Well, all of you guys actually did a good amount of prep work kind of before facing Starscream. So let's see if it's going to pay off. When last we left, Starscream had just detonated the mines in his office and jetted out the broken window, leaving all of you to deal with an explosion in your faces. But thankfully, you took all of those shields that the guards were using, put them right up against the door, and protected yourself from what would have been a significant amount of damage. So congratulations, you saved yourselves a huge amount of damage.
Booyah.
So I'm going to ask all of you what you're going to do. Starscream is rocketing away. You can still see his thrusters kind of burning off into the distance now. And all of you are there. And what do you want to do?
Well, is there anybody else in this room who has been blown to smithereens?
None of you have actually gotten into the room yet, so if you want to go in and make a perception check, you are welcome to.
Oh, we can actually look at the room. I forgot about that.
I figured we were looking into the door, so we'd get an impression of what's in front of us. All right, I'll run in if nobody else is gonna.
We have one space open that we can get through without the shield, or the shield's down.
I'm not doing anything until Wildstrike is after him, because I know better than to get in his way.
Yeah, Wildstrike's going to transform and just blast off. Go right after.
Chase right after him. All right. Love it.
Don't forget the drink I gave you.
How are you for health, Wildstrike?
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, I'm all good. What was that drink again? I forgot.
Silver metal nitro.
That's what it was. So, like, you may not need it now, but, like, when he pulls out, like, his, like, oh, right, he's a 10, character 10 levels higher than we are, and starts, like, doing bullshit that you're like, wait, I can't keep up, and you can go, yes, I can,
However,
Okay.
we do have to give you the disclaimer that some side effects may include stuttering, fast talking, a need for maximum speed, nightmares of being a turtle, etc.
Oh my god, you're an addict, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never touched this stuff. I know exactly what all the side effects are.
I don't know what you're talking about, Oh god, you're gonna hate Swampstone, man. You're gonna hate Swampstone.
Wildstrike, you are jetting after the jet. I'm going to come to you in just a moment, but I want to give the rest of you just a chance to do something real quick if you want to. What are the three of you want to do? Magnum, you said you were going to head into the perception check on the room, correct?
Yep. 27.
You can tell that this room has effectively been leveled. Not only that, but it looks like the structural supports to this room have been damaged, so the roof is very likely to collapse at some point. Sorry, not the roof, but like the ceiling of this room. The window heading outwards, the one that both Wildstrike and Starscream have flown out of, is completely gone. And you probably imagine that there's some debris kind of falling down to the ground below. But otherwise, this entire room has just been leveled, like with napalm.
Is there any rooms above this?
This is the highest floor in the building.
Starscream wouldn't have it any other way.
Is this going to cause structural difficulty with the rest of the building, compromise the room below, like fall on people below it, or...
Make a quick engineering check.
I think Ironhide had already kind of evacuated everything but the top floors here because he didn't want to alert Starscream.
Yeah, it's mostly evacuated. You're right, but I forgot about that. 28 engineering.
Ceiling and the roof structure right above it are likely to collapse inwards onto this. There will be probably some small debris that is going to fall down to the ground, but you don't think it's going to be too significant. The walls of this room and the walls of probably this floor have been reinforced, so it looks like it was the room took the majority of the blast, and it looks like the charges were set to direct most of that energy into the room where you guys were anyway. So, yeah, the room's going to collapse, but you don't think it's going to cause a building collapse or anything.
How much time do we have?
Little tough to say. Probably a few minutes at most.
I mean, I think we only have a few minutes. I'm going to try to search around his desk and everything like that to see if there's anything useful in there before we get out of the way. So.
Sure thing. I'm going to jump to you, Carapace. What do you want to do?
I'm pretty much just going to run right to the window, and I'm going to take a parting shot at him as he goes away before he gets completely out of range.
Nice. What are you going to use?
Yeah, so I'm going to pull out my...
Red Star Conqueror!
Yep.
Never gets old.
And I'm going to... Can I determine how far away he is?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I mean, it's more like I'm making an attack roll. You need to come up with a penalty.
We'll say you are quick enough that you can get him within your second range increment.
Oh, okay, that's not good. Okay.
So however far away that is.
Okay.
I'll say you were quick enough for it.
Great. That is +1 again. So that is a 30 to hit.
Oh, man. That might do it. What's it against? EAC or KAC?
This is...
The Bloodstar Conqueror, so it'd be EAC.
Yep, EAC.
Then yeah, actually you think you strike him.
First shot.
Sweetness. Yeah, so that's 29 damage. But if he has any energy resistance or DR, it's reduced by 2.
Okay.
I will alert everyone that the ceiling is coming down within the next minute or so.
Carapace, take a shot at Starscream. Sweet spot.
If it's my turn, I believe I will be moving as such. And when I get to the edge of the hole in the wall there, I'll look out at the jets parting, getting further and further away, faster and faster. Turn to Carapace and say, well, this is a race I can't win. No sense in living. And I'll jump out the window.
Jackass.
And I'll transform into the rescue vehicle and come flying back up to the hole so that everyone can get in.
Wildstrike, you are flying through the towers and the buildings of the city, and you are keeping Starscream in your sights as best as you can. It's tough to keep up with him because he is pretty dang fast, as you imagine. So what do you want to do? How do you want to approach this?
I'm going to call out his position where he's headed, like if he ever changes direction or things like that, just to let everybody else know where we're at here in this city and whatever they want to do, if that can help them. If I get to a point where I think I'm close enough and I can target him, I'll take a couple shots, try to bring him down.
So the way this is going to work is, in order for either of you to do anything, I'm going to require opposed piloting checks from each of you. I already have Starscream's piloting all ready to go. I'm going to need yours, because as you are approaching him, Starscream is already starting to maneuver. He is transforming mid-air, kind of launching himself upwards, taking shots at you as you are approaching. So the closer you get, the more likely he is just going to start taking pot shots at you.
Okay.
So if you are able to beat him for his piloting check, you will then be able to kind of do something and to maybe shoot back or try and maneuver yourself into a better position.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, and I'll also tell you that since you radioed the position to everyone else, Magnum, you do recognize that the holo map in the center of the office there, the one that you had passed, is a real-time map of the planet, and you think that you might be able to even kind of zoom in and get a real-time map of the city in order to track him more effectively. And all of you have kind of been in position to hear the what Wildstrike is telling you as well. So, all right. So Wildstrike, go ahead and give me the first one here. Go ahead and give me a roll. Give me your piloting check.
Piloting check. First one is a 26.
You pull up and try and get a successful shot off on Starscream, but the moment you do, he manages to kind of juke to the right, transform, and drop down about 200 feet in the space of like 3 seconds. And he tries to take a shot at you, but the speeds that you guys are going is making it very, very difficult to get a solid bead in on you. So you do not think that you were able to hit him on that one.
All right. I rolled poorly on that, so I didn't think that was going to work.
What'd you get anyway?
I rolled a 2.
Yep.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Pretty damn low.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he rolled a 2 too.
Ooh.
He rolled it. What's he doing with a 2-2? I mean, if it makes him feel nice, it's okay, you know.
I'm actually going to have you guys roll for initiative right now, and I am going to keep you at the back on this one, Wildstrike.
Okay. Do you want me to roll or no?
Nah, you don't need to.
Okay.
Because we're going to be dealing with you versus Starscream with the rolls rather than versus initiative.
Sounds good.
Wow. That's horrible. I rolled a 1. And got 16.5. 16.15.
Carapace, you are leading us off. I'm going to give you a perception check before you do anything, though.
Okay. State perception. Pretty decent at this. I have a 28.
Good. You can hear movement in the room to your south.
So that's either reinforcements or it's the cavalry. I'm assuming at this point they're out of my normal range because they're moving fast as jets.
Correct.
Okay, then I will position myself at the door so that if it is enemy, I will be there to cover these guys. So I will get at the door and I will get into a full defensive stance.
We're going to want to get out of this room, either out the window or out the door soon.
Right.
Not that it would hurt you. Not that it would hurt you, Carapace, but...
Carapace, once you get to the door, you can see that there are 4 more Seeker guards coming around the hollow map in the center of the room.
Seekers, come out to play!
Now, it is those Seekers' turns. So they are going to... Well, they're not going to come up next to you because they can see this big hulking bot right in the middle of the door here. So, you know what? They're not going to worry about that. They're not going to try and charge you. They're going to be a little bit smarter.
So if we're not hiding, are they then not seeking? And if they're not seeking, what are they?
They're just curs.
All right. Carapace, 4 attacks coming after you. One of them is a natty 1, so that is obviously going to miss. A 19, a 30, and a 23. Does that 30 hit you?
You're like a 32.
I am a 31. Well, I would normally be at 31, but because I was in my full defensive, I actually have a 35.
Damn.
Yep.
All right. Good job, Carapace. 4 shots coming at you.
Swing and a miss.
You
ball 4.
And you have blocked them all. Good job. Sweet Spot, it is your turn.
I'm currently in my rescue vehicle mode, which does have 1 linked weapon, which I can attempt to shoot into the area, but I don't think I quite have a shot, considering the angle that those spots are at. And the width of the door, though grand, is nowhere near what I need to get an angle on it. So I will simply make myself available for boarding for anyone that would like to vacate, especially Carapace, so that we can get on with the chase.
Because the question is, I was thinking we could just skedaddle. I think having someone watch the map while you guys chase would be a good idea.
Can you link into the map so you can operate it or keep an eye on it remotely?
I can try. Either that, or I could leave Magnum here and he could give you information remotely, but not while he's being attacked. Probably.
that would be not optimal for sure.
We should send a message to Ironhide informing him as to what's happened. So, like at this point, the cat's out of the bag.
Yep.
We can do what we need to do.
You know what? I wasn't doing anything. I'll do that. I'll radio in to Ironhide. The situation is escapee, and there are some hostiles pulling up our rear.
Do you need backup?
Yes, we need backup. That's why I'm calling you. I don't call you to chit-chat. This is business. We need it.
I'll send a squad up to the presidential wing. What's the situation? How many enemies are they going to be facing?
I believe it's 4, Carapace. Is that correct? 4?
4 Seekers as of now. There are already 4 down.
Underwhelming.
Very well. They'll be on your 6 in just a few minutes. Just a few cycles.
Oh, of course. The short cycle.
8 weeks later.
This one doesn't have an umlaut. Legionnaire. Who's taking on Legionnaire today?
That is me.
Tactical Legionnaire today.
Tactical. Okay, so Legionnaire is going to head south to kind of flank or to be on the side of Carapace. And then
Deep south.
Right. He will use his Obtuse Corona.
Here comes the Rona.
He's going to shoot the two that are to the left side.
Our left or his left?
To the west. So I hit a 21. Does that happen to hit?
Yeah, 21's going to do it.
Okay, awesome. Then they each take 17 points of electricity damage.
17 points. Okay. Okay.
Shocking.
All right, Magnum. You are next up. What you're going to do? You're in the middle of the busted up office. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a quick intelligence check to see kind of if you can figure out a something that'll help, a nice little plan that you could do.
Okay. Oh, intelligence check. I gotta do something, don't I?
Probably think.
10.
10.
It's an ability check, man. It only gets so good.
No, you're right. You're right. I will give this to you partly because I think you would know this. You would know this anyway, and you're able to kind of put two and two together for it. So you think that if you're able to get to that holomap, you are going to be able to help Wildstrike figure out Starscream's trajectory and be able to help him kind of cut him off in certain areas and be able to help direct him a little bit better. Mechanically, if you spend a standard action at the holomap, kind of examining it and relaying that information to Wildstrike, and this goes for all of you as well, not just Magnum, all of you can do this. If you spend a standard action, you can give Wildstrike a +2 to his piloting check. If you spend a full action, you can give him a +4, and all of this will stack. So if all of you are doing it, you're going to give him some significant bonuses.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'll run over here. Swarm. Daggers will pop out. So actually, Magnum is going to spend a standard action using a feat on this guy. See it? The one on the one closest to the door on the east side of the foyer.
Okay.
They all look the same. So he's gonna shout out to that guy. It's like, hey, ugly. Hey,
What?
Hey,
What?
They call it
What?
They call it cargo and shipment. But why does cargo go on a ship and shipment go on a truck? And he has to make a will save.
I don't understand. What does a cargo have to do with? What are you talking about?
Give me a will save, baby.
Oh my god, you defeated him with logic.
I can weaponize my voice.
I thought it was.
14.
All right, he fails in a big way. DC 20.
Oh man.
He is now confused.
Wow. You mean more confused?
For one round. Oh well.
Let me just make a little note on here for this one. There, that one looks like he's kind of sad.
Oh.
You see him actually like lowering his arms with his blasters on a little bit, like he's like thinking about what you're saying. Why does it go on a ship? What?
I love this feat.
My cousin's a ship. I should ask him.
We drive on the parkway and we park on the driveway. What?
I gotta save that one. And Pythagoras is gonna spend the standard action helping Wildstrike. So, what was I supposed to roll at that again?
You don't need to actually roll anything. It's just a standard action.
Or you said I could do a full round action to give him more bonus? It will give a full round action since he hasn't done anything yet.
Full action will give him a +4.
All right, +4 to use Wildstrike. All right, Wildstrike. He's looks like he's dipping his left wing and the right wing. Is that obscene gesture? I'm not sure, but you might want to be aware of that. And it looks like you might need an oil change, so see if you can capitalize on that.
Thanks for the update.
I can hear that question mark in there. Thanks. I'm done.
All right, Wildstrike, it is back to you. Go ahead and roll your piloting check. See what you can do. Don't forget the +4 from Magnum. And if you have any abilities, any standard action abilities that you can do, or move action abilities to punch up your piloting check, you feel free to take.
31. Roll the 3.
Ooh, jeez, man, you're gonna need all these bonuses pretty
the
soon, aren't you?
+4?
Yep.
It's like they're difficult checks, but yeah, you're not gonna do it with the 3, dude.
Nope.
So yep, you try to kick in your afterburners, try to speed up and they catch him, and it looks like Starscream kind of flips around and kind of flips you off in an obscene gesture.
See, I told you.
Was that his?
I was wrong to
cockpit?
question you.
He did a flip and burn.
Kill me now.
Anyway,
Sound like that joke did a crash and burn.
don't worry, I ejected.
Prematurely.
Oh. And we bring it back to the oil change. Moving on, Carapace. Carapace, you can go ahead and give a professional bodyguard check.
So this is for Carapace?
Yes.
Okay. If it's just a level check, then I actually have a 27.
So these guards look like they have been in a fight, probably with the security teams, like on the way in or on the way up. It looks like these ones have already seen some action before. And looks like they're probably a little bit weaker than the other ones.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because I like fighting tough things.
We also don't have those blasted shields.
Right. But so you're in the middle of the room, right? You're like literally putting yourself in a very, fishbowl kind of position, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have force
Make
fields.
sure. Right. That's true. Okay, so I'm going to be moving southeast to this position so that I can get in the way of the two that are on that side that would threaten him. And I will...
Tactically smart, dude.
Yep. And I will make a...
I wouldn't put yourself out to protect me right now because I'm not going to be the target. So, try to be strategic and pretend I'm not here,
I feel that is strategic to me, so...
Okay. Then I'm not contradicting you. I don't know what the strategic thing to do is, so go right ahead.
Right. Well, I'm going to seismic punch these very noble soldiers. That's unfortunate.
I'm going to make you have you make a bluff check for that one.
I know, right? That is an 18
Against Cat?
Yep.
That's a miss.
Yep. I rolled really poorly. Okay.
Oh, all right.
And that is my
Punch
turn.
just goes right over their head. They just
Yep.
kind of duck down, like.
It's like one of those anime things where he completely destroys the wall behind him. No, we need those pillars. That was a load-bearing plant.
All right, let's see. So the confused guard, Magnum. What am I gonna roll for that confused one?
I have it right here. You have to roll a D100.
Why don't you go ahead and roll? It's your effect.
All right.
Yep. The other guard is going to do a guarded step back into this little seating area before taking a shot at you, Carapace.
Is that
and the
not-
other two guards?
Is that not difficult terrain, the seating area?
No, it is. I can tell. See the doubt on your face.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that just means he can't take a guarded step. He can still move, but then now he gets an attack of opportunity if he does so.
Yeah. All right. You get your attack of opportunity. Let's see what Magnum's thing first here.
It's
Confused. What is
about
it?
as underwhelming as possible. He only has one round of confusion. I rolled a 4, so that means he acts normally. So it's definitely zero effect.
Oh, it was a good try.
Won't be the last
He is
time.
going to take a guarded step back into this clear area before taking a shot at Carapace.
Okay. Well,
right.
I
Go ahead, Carapace.
rolled a 29 on my attack of opportunity.
That is a hit.
Agreed. And I do 28 bludgeoning damage. And he is moved 20 feet. I guess I wouldn't be able to hit him north into the other guy because that's just kind of... So he'll be hit southeast.
And since he was in the middle of like the seating area, I'm going to say that he trips over the seat and falls prone and slides over to the wall on the opposite side.
Beautiful.
Knock him down, Carapace.
So he is not going to be taking a shot. The other ones will, though. So that's one.
Although the listeners might be taking a shot based on how many times Carapace has knocked people over.
Every time you take someone off their feet, we take a shot.
Okay, here we go. So against you, Carapace, that is a 20 to hit. That's going to be a miss. And the other two, let's see. The top one is going after Legionnaire. That's going to be a 34. And the lower one's going after Magnum with a 21.
So every fight is a bargain.
So 21 hit Magnum.
Yes.
The one that's that took a shot that's 10 feet away from me, they used a ranged weapon, yes?
Yes.
Okay, then I get to use my second attack of opportunity.
Well then.
Take another shot.
Yep. And this time
another shot?
rolled... so that is a 15 plus 13, so there's a 28.
28 does hit.
And that is 32 damage.
Ooh. Ow again.
And he has moved 15 feet. Yeah, I was going to say either that or like onto the corpses of his already fallen Seekers.
Since you punched him hard enough to hit the wall, go ahead and do one more d6 damage to him.
6! God, I think I've rolled like max damage on all of those things so far. Like, that's amazing.
Awesome. It's going to be 18 damage against Legionnaire and 17 against Magnum.
What kind of damage?
This is going to be physical. It's piercing.
Okay. So that means he takes 3 damage.
Fucking DR for the win, huh? Sweet spot. It is to you.
Is it now?
You are still in your space truck mode, and no one has taken you up on getting in. It was a good idea, but no one took up on it.
Hey, everybody, hop in. Everybody. Hello.
What, a chance to kill someone? No, sorry, sweet spot.
I'm leaving.
I was ready, sweet spot, honestly.
Yeah, I was all ready to go. Still kind of ready. Kind of rare to go here. Ain't nobody boarding here. You got your boarding passes, preferential boarding, you know. Just come right on up and step on in. That's all it is, too. All right.
Well, I think that ship has sailed. So what do you want to do?
Damn it.
I think if we didn't have this computer, we probably all would have done that.
Likely. All right. Since there's no uplink gonna be happening, I guess I'll hop back in and...
The room and the door is big enough for you to just fly right in your truck mode. Space truck.
Spruck. I move through the decimated office, all the way up to the large blast doors that we last opened, over the broken shields, right up behind Carapace, and I'll take a shot at this one over here.
Do it.
One to the far east.
Take the shot. Far east. The one that was confused.
Is that a 20 I just rolled? It is. That's a crit. Huh. How about that?
That never happens.
Huh.
Rolling a 20 on roll 20? Oof.
Well, I suppose I've hit an AC 30.
That's a hit.
And I've done 22 and 22. 44, 4 burn. 48 points of fire damage.
like he's Batman.
Wow. I'm impressed.
And you kill that Seeker. Deadzo.
If I have to come down here and kill all these things, say y'all can come on with me, that's what I'm going to do.
We're going for a joyride no matter what, right?
You know, it's bad for him to keep a Velocitronian waiting.
Legionnaire, you're up.
I didn't know you were capable of waiting.
Okay.
I'm not.
There's
That
gonna,
happens.
Move south into the force field, and then he will refire his obtuse Corona.
Here comes the Rona.
Let's do it.
Can you hit just one or both of them?
I believe you can hit both of them because it's a wide. It's pretty much like a 90-degree thing.
Who gave that man a gun?
And why hasn't that man given the rest of us these guns?
So the one that is directly south of him, I rolled a 15 to hit, and the one that is to the west of me, I get a 28 to hit.
28 is a hit. The 15 is not.
Okay, then it does 17 points of electricity damage.
17, chipping away at him. All right. Good. Magnum, you are on deck.
All right. How much would you like? Would you care if you have a little extra protection? Is it worth extending my shield for you right now, Carapace?
You asked that question with such sincerity.
No. Well, I mean,
This is the part where we all throw our heads back and laugh. Yes.
I am okay. You know.
okay. I will
I
say
think it would
that
be better.
then.
Yeah, I would. It would be better to full round help Wildstrike than to.
All right. I will do 2 full round wild strikes. So +8 wild strike. Ooh. Too bad Rex wasn't here. You could get like +825 every round.
Right?
Maybe now, Mike, when you roll the fucking 2 next time, you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, right?
And once again, listening to the old episodes when you could not make those perception checks when in prison because I didn't think you rolled higher than a 3.
Yeah.
Like 7 rounds in a row. I remember that.
It's just a repeat of that.
Oh, for God's sakes. I had a blindfold on? Come on.
Well, speaking of Wildstrike, it is your turn. What do you want to try to do here? You got a, need a piloting check. You got a +8 from Magnum and Pythagoras, and tell me what you want to do.
Before I roll, I'll tell you what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try to, with them, helping with the position and stuff, I'm going to try to see if I can somehow try to get them to start to turn around. Like, maybe not necessarily attack him, but attack in a certain direction where he'll try to avoid it, and it'll kind of slowly bring him back around towards where we're fleeing from.
Turn
You
left.
want to herd him back a bit.
Exactly.
Turn left, Mr. Hyde.
So that's the plan. And here's the piloting roll.
Let's do it. Let's see what you got.
And I rolled a 1, so 33.
Oh my God, Mike.
Good thing you can't
All right.
straight up fail with
Right?
skill checks, because you sure are trying.
Apparently.
But can anyone
Not
still...
my night.
Can we sit back
Including
and...
the +8.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, man. Well, sorry to say, dude, that is not going to work.
Really?
I know, right? You take a couple of shots over to his port side, and he realizes what you're trying to do. He realizes you're trying to herd him back over to the right and try to loop him around. So he takes the opposite approach, and he rolls into it, and he rolls over the blast. Makes it look really cool. He sees him coming, and he does a barrel roll over the whole thing.
That's pretty slick.
Badass.
I'm a little jealous right now.
I'm watching on this low resolution holographic over here, and I'm impressed.
Hey, don't worry. He doesn't have any eyebrows anymore.
I see what you're trying to do, Wildstrike. I'm not going to fall for it.
Carapace, back to you.
Isn't fall a dirty word for a plane?
I heard that, Magnum.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, jeez, I mean,
our conversation is being projected to the entire planet. You do realize that,
right? That's actually a fantastic idea.
Who turned on the presidential address button?
People of Cybertron, watch as I flee in cowardice.
Carapace, what you doing?
Okay, I am going to do something that I should be doing more often, and I'm going to go into full blaster mode, and I'm going to take 3 shots.
Oh man! Let's do it.
No. The first one I'm going to be. Is the guy that is in the southeast? Is he still prone?
I'm going to say no. He would have stood up on the last round. He should have stood up and taken a shot, but I didn't shoot. So I'm just going to say he stood up.
Okay.
So he is standing now.
Well, I'm going to start by shooting him with my Decimator Disintegrator Cannon.
Not in the face.
Not in the face. That is a 20. Sorry, where's my thing? That is a 24.
Hit.
Remember,
okay.
DDC.
DDC. I don't know what that means, but that's okay. Okay, so that is a lovely 3d10 plus 9, which is...
Go for the leg. Go for the arm. Don't shoot me in the
17,
face.
so that's 26 acid damage.
You hit my face.
Then I'm going to attack him with my Gelid Hail Cannon, which I rolled a 17 on, so that is a 28 as well.
Also a hit.
That does 2d8, which is weak damage. That is 6 plus 9, so that is 15 cold and piercing.
Still up, but he is really looking bad.
Okay,
and you're gonna bring him down with the last shot.
And then Wolfang's advanced crossbolter.
Oh,
here it comes. Oh god!
Also a 17. Jesus Christ! So I have a feeling I'm going to pin this mofo to the wall. Into art. Okay.
Wolfang to justice.
I mean, he's literally, I just stapled him to a wall, and he's literally art now. So that is 29 piercing damage.
And you Bioshock him up to the wall.
Yeah!
You took him from almost full health down to nothing in one round.
Yeah, I'm a PC, and I used some of my combination points. Woo!
Oh, so you're a badass. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
You're just getting this news now.
That's what my profession. That's what my profession ranks is going to be.
Profession badass.
Yeah, max ranks profession badass.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, so we got 2 seekers left. Let's see here. What am I going to do? So the first one is going to take a shot at Legionnaire, because he is certainly the closest. So that's not going to be that's an easy one to do. And that's going to be a 28 to hit Legionnaire. Likely a hit.
What is the bonus that your shield gives?
Shield generator, DR4 and resist 5. So it would be
okay,
DR4.
So it doesn't increase the armor class.
No, it doesn't increase armor class. It gives a DR.
Okay, then that does hit.
All right. And a 22 against, let's see, who looks like they are the more concerning person here between Magnum and Pythagoras. Probably Pythagoras.
Can't see Pythagoras because he's behind Magnum.
That's actually a good point. Plus, it's on the other side of the hollow table, so I'll say a Magnum instead. Okay, so 22 to hit on Magnum.
All right, you hit me. So what?
I hit a building. Good job.
Little vending machine, frankly, at this point. It's been a while since I've been in vending machine mode.
Total of 15 on Legionnaire, and a total of 12 on Magnum.
Oh, you mean a total of 0 on Magnum?
Oh wait, but there is DR for that, right? The DR still does apply.
Yeah, DR applies to piercing damage.
Okay,
so you should take 4 off his.
Beautiful. So I am at 19 as opposed to 15.
Okay. Those are the guards. Sweet spot. To you.
All right.
Be a hero.
Let's see. I will transform. Zip, zip, zoom. I'll go around over this way, behind the shield, down all the way past these folks right down here, in between both the bots, forcing them to attempt to take a shot at me. Or swipe, whatever. And I will end up right over here on the far east side, past Carapace, and I will transform and shoot this one.
The southwestern one. Okay, do it.
Southwestern one.
Do you know what we need you to get for you, Sweet Spot? We need to just get you some, like, magnetically attached grenades. So, like, as you're, like, running through everybody, you just kind of, like, boop, 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 and then you're just gone, and then, you know.
Yeah, get
That'd
one
be
of those
amazing.
little mine layers.
All right. One shot. And the shot is hitting 16, looks like.
16 is a miss.
As I thought.
Also, as you drive by them, since they don't have any melee weapons out, they do not take any shots at you. So good plan.
I was just teasing. That's all. And
You were just waving your bumper at them, that's all.
and showing off a wee bit.
Could have run you over.
Legionnaire is next. Magnum, you are up after that.
Okay, Legionnaire is you know, continue doing a good thing. He's going to take a shot at both of them. So the first one is an 18 to hit.
And this is CAC.
Electricity, so no. It's EAC.
That's a hit then.
And then the second one is a 24. And
Also a hit.
I'm always going to do the first damage, just so, because you only do the damage once. And in this case, it is the lower one, so it is 16. 16 electricity damage to both.
16 to both. Boom. And boom. All right, Magnum, you are next, and then Wildstrike will come to you.
All right, Wildstrike. If you want to hurt him, pretend to shoot on his left, just like he expects you to fake. Just make it go up and down a little bit, and shoot it sort of theatrically. Can you do that? Yeah. Then you have to double bluff him into hurting in the right direction.
Yeah. Theatrically.
Yeah.
I mean, you just bluffed me, you know, so...
Plus,
You are a target master, so if anyone could do it, it'd be you.
plus 8.
All right.
All right, Wildstrike. Walk me through it. How are you going to do this?
I'm going to take Magnum's advice as much as I can interpret that up and down and shoot theatrically, and do my best with that. And I get a 49. Finally.
Boom! There we go. That's the way to do it. You shoot off to the left side, making Starscream think that you want him to go to the right. So he barrel rolls back over your shots to the left, which is exactly where you wanted him to go. And he's starting to make this very wide left-hand turn now. And yeah, you think you got him starting to go the direction you want. You think maybe 2 or 3 more of these successful checks, and you're going to get him in a good spot for exactly where you want him to be.
Excellent. Nice job, Magnum.
Thank you very much. That was very theatrical. Well done. I'm contacting the rep, just so you know. You need a manager, so we'll discuss it later. 50%.
We'll talk about your day rate. Don't worry. All right, Carapace.
Quick question. Do they happen to be flying over, say, Lord Scourge's little pit area? Like in their wild chase around the planet?
They're getting pretty close to that.
Are you going to call in the bird strike?
Well, I was just going to say, like, I'll open up a channel to Lord Scourge. Oh, wait, did we retcon that whole conversation? Well, I'm still going to call him and be like, hey, you might want to look up and enjoy the view.
I'll just say it's legal to shoot Starscream now. That'll be enough for him.
Oh, come on. I could just be like, hey, shoot Starscream. He wouldn't care about the legality of it. I actually kind of like what happened last time. So I think I'm going to do that again. I'm going to take 3 shots. And I've got different dice and different damages this time. So I can kind of do it all at once.
He is going to get a little bit of cover because he's behind the big map station, but I'm sure that'll be fine for you.
Isn't the map station like a hologram?
Yeah, but there's a physical structure that's about waist high or so.
Okay. Waist high for a medium.
It's not just
waist high for a medium.
It's not just coming out of the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the +2 to AC.
Shoulder high for Pythagoras.
It's real cool. This will be neat. Wow, I just rolled so many dice. That is... So I could have put everything together. Ooh, there's a natural 20 in there. Yeah.
Oh, no. My poor Seekers.
Okay, so the one that is the most south, I rolled an 18 to hit, so that's a 30.
18, it will do it.
No, it's a 32 hit. I rolled an 18 on the die.
Sorry.
Yeah.
30. Well, an 18 would have done it too.
Yeah.
So, even that.
So he takes 18 cold and piercing from the Galahad cannon.
Oof. All right, still up.
Does a 21. Well, I guess if an 18 hits, then 21 hits.
21 will do it.
Okay, so that is 29 piercing damage from Wolfhang's.
Went for the crossbolt on the second one. All right.
Yep.
You pin him, pushes him back, boom, sticks him to the pillar right now.
Ow.
And then...
You made some more art, dude.
Wolfgang
You're turning into quite the postmodernist, aren't you?
I know, right? Well, and then this last one is the... which one was it? This is the Decimator Disintegrator Cannon. And this is the one I rolled a natural 20 on. So...
Remember, DDC.
Oh, right. So that's 9, 12, 20... Plus, I gotta roll damage again. That's amazing. 58 acid damage. And technically, he gains the corrode. He has the corrode feature on him because it's acid. And he would take another 8 points of acid damage, assuming he survives, which I'm guessing he doesn't.
His remains turn into a pile of goo that gets splattered all over the back wall.
That's the first off the next floor down.
Who knew that it was so prescient with the green marker I put on them?
I know. That's the first time I've disintegrated somebody. That's pretty awesome.
You like it, though.
I do.
I thought they said no disintegration.
We didn't have that conversation.
All right, well, all of my guards are down, which means, Sweet Spot, it is your turn. I'll take you out of initiative on this one, so Sweet Spot, Legionnaire, and Magnum, whatever you want to do. I'm going to keep you at the end here, Wildstrike, and we'll do yours right afterwards. But yeah, go ahead, you three, tell me what you want to do.
I will be doing the same thing I did way back at the beginning of this battle. I'll run my ass all the way to the broken window, jump out, transform into the rescue vehicle mode so that everyone can load up if they want to join the chase.
I guess I'm just curious. It's like you're like a rescue vehicle. Can you even in any way keep up with like jets?
No, but I could start to close the distance. Especially if, you know what? That I can do as a move action. So as my actual action, I will radio to Wildstrike, assuming that the communications are being monitored. Hey, Wildstrike. Good job with keeping the big boss away. We almost got exactly what we need. Just keep him away a little bit longer. And I will roll a bluff check.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I, as the master diplomat, the politician at large, have rolled a 20, which has given me a bluff check of 34. Thank you very much.
Wow.
You know what? Even though you're not on the map, helping with telemetry or anything, I'll give Wildstrike a +4 for that one too.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Good job, Sweet Spot. Magnum, what are you doing?
Now, quick look. Is there any way to either detach this thing or reroute it so we can take it with us? Do like something portable?
No, it's pretty big. The actual console itself was carapace sized, so just flatter to the ground.
To use it, we're gonna have to stay here. Some of us, at least.
Yeah.
Well, where are those reinforcements that were supposed to come in? Maybe they can man that.
Yeah, now that the fight's over, they should arrive.
They're on their way, Carapace. It's only been 12 seconds, Carapace, and it takes time to get up the stairs.
Well, unless there's
not for
others,
us.
we're done. Yeah, we're done. You can.
So, wait, you don't need them anymore?
It doesn't appear to be.
Send them up, because we need the guarding at this,
Yeah.
At least prevent any more from coming up here, All right, I guess I'll, Wildstrike, use your judgment on this one. But I just have to say, you're looking magnificent. So I will give him +8 again. My actions.
All right, Wildstrike. You're going into this with a total of +12.
Same thing as before, trying to hurt him around. And here we go. Let's see. 46.
Nice.
You do a couple of shots on Starscream's left again, making it appear you're trying to hurt him over to the right, and yeah, he falls for it again.
Nice.
This time he does a flip, like a little loop around it. He sees the blast coming in, and he actually turns sideways, goes around them, making like a loop around them, and then continues off onto the left, exactly where you want him to go. He's made almost a complete 180 on this one. You think maybe with one more he'll be heading back in the same way that you had him going. And you can see that if you keep him on this trajectory, it looks like you're going to herd him to Metal Hawk Landing.
The current trajectory or where I want him to go?
Where you want him to go.
Okay.
Looks like you'll end up being over there in a short amount of time. So if you guys want to start making your way, it's a good point to meet up.
Right. Succinct. You might say.
I think a slower vehicle can just sort of cut off the turn and just go straight into it.
Yeah.
Again, we're staying out of combat rounds, so Carapace, Sweet Spot, and Magnum, just go ahead and tell me what you want to do, and if you're providing any assistance to Wildstrike.
Well,
I was going to say, I guess I'll try and assist, because you said it's a standard to help, but then as a move I could jump into Sweet Spot.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Standard will give you a +2.
Sweet. Then I can do that.
my Magnum will dial up Motor's Courage. 1-800-BITE-ME. Repeatedly.
1-800-BITE-YOU.
May I speak to Lord Scourge? Yes, hello.
It's 1772 strong.
This is Lois Scourge. Who is this?
This is Magnum. Sorry to interrupt you. You're big in gruffness. But I just wanted to share with you that you may not have known, but it is now open season on Metallicus Starscream Uppus. So hunting season is now open. So if you look to the skies, you may see the only example you might want to have the chance of bagging this rare bird. So, have fun.
I love it. What?
Magnum, what was that?
What? I was just talking to myself.
What did you just do?
And nothing. Just an old nursery rhyme.
Did you just call open season on Starscream?
Perhaps.
Did you forget that he has copied the color scheme and the body type of our dear friend who is closely behind him? He didn't mention which one was which, did you?
Hey, Starscream's running away. He'll know which one is which.
Oh, Lord, I hope so.
All right. I don't know how much kind of action that took, or if that's just a free action communication.
I'll give it to you for free.
All right.
You hear in the communicator.
Challenge accepted.
All right. You go get him, big boy. See you later.
I love this game sometimes.
I'm going to use 2 standard actions to give you +4, I guess. We were decamping. How long? What's our timetable? I mean, how many rounds do you think I could stay here before we need to intercept at Metal Hawk?
Can I make that determination?
Yes. How do you determine how fast you are?
Piloting, I guess?
There you go.
I suppose. It's kind of a gimme for you, though, isn't it?
It is, but I should definitely know how fast I am.
Yeah, sure. All right. Go ahead and do piloting.
All right.
Don't roll a 1.
Oh, heaven forbid. I have rolled a 1 and a 5, so a 15, which would give me a 36 on the check to determine how long it would take us to intercept at Metal Hawk Landing. And thus, how many rounds we can stay helping them out remote.
Do you want to get there safely or fast?
Fast, of course. How dare you even ask?
Once you get Starscream to Metal Hawk Landing, you think it will take you 2 rounds to get there.
So can I leave?
Wildstrike is going to be by himself for 2 rounds before you arrive.
He's not there yet, right?
How long would them take to get there? Just rough estimate. Doesn't have to be exact.
Probably another round or 2.
So what you're saying is, if we want to meet up with him directly when they get there, we need to be leaving now.
We need to leave now. All right, Pythagoras will use his full round action to give you +4 Wildstrike. The transform Magnum will say, just shoot him. We gotta go. See you later. Now I'll give you another +2. And Magnum will jump up, rush across the room, and then leap out the window into Sweet Spot. Hopefully.
Dangerous.
Hoorah.
Nice.
And Carapace, you said you're heading there into Sweet Spot as well?
Correct.
All right. So Wildstrike, I believe you have a +8, if I'm right?
+8.
All right, go ahead and give me your piloting check. See if you can
All right.
start to force Starscream down to the ground.
All right, here we go. Last one. And a 42.
I rolled a 41.
Damn.
Oh,
Wow.
42 really is the answer, isn't it?
It is. So Wildstrike, you take a couple of shots over to Starscream's side, and he does the same thing, kind of flips around back over, trying to just like do this fancy kind of theatrical move, trying to get out of your blast on this. But you take another immediate shot right after that and aim right above where he is. So as he's rolling over your first blast, he sees his other blast coming in right above him, and he turns and does a steep dive and starts to nosedive towards the ground. You are hot on his trail and giving him like carrying fire, kind of shooting left, shooting right, keeping him in that cone as he gets closer and closer to the ground. And just as he gets to where to the ground level, you see him pull upwards, transform, kind of activated thrusters, and land hard on the ground. You are coming in right behind him, and you transform and land 20 feet in front of Starscream. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
I was going
down.
I was going to say, if Starscream's playing chicken with Wildstrike about going towards the ground, he's going to lose.
From the secret files of Teletran 1, Empire of Rust is written and GM'd by Michael Ordway. Headmaster Magnum and his partner Pythagoras are played by Matthew G. Candidate Sweet Spot, representative of Velocitron, is played by Adam H.U. The Decepticon warrior Wildstrike and his partner Nyko are played by Mike M. And Carapace, the beast soldier of primitive Eucharis, is played by Patrick Finn. Additional characters are played by Michael and Cassandra Ordway. Empire of Rust is supported by the humans and networks of planet Earth, whose online networks provide access to libraries of sound effects and music, such as Storyblocks, Zasplat, Blue Zone, and Dark Fantasy Studios. We are distributed by the Transmissions Podcast Network. Stay up to date with all the latest news and reviews in the world of the Transformers by going to transmissionspodcast.com or searching for the Transmissions in your podcast app of choice. You can communicate with the heroes of Iacon by joining us on the Transmissions Discord channel. There you can discuss episodes, talk to the cast, and download the rule set used in the Empire of Rust. Teletran 1, signing off.